Hey folks, Dude here. What's today's thing? Well, it has something to do with this, kind of, sort of, almost, maybe, but this is good shiznit, man. You can find this stuff at Target. Might be able to find it at other major chains, but, oh man, mommy, this stuff is, well, it's flipping good. Hang on one sec, I hate these little tabby guys. They get on my nerves. Well, anyway, this is Sierra Mist Natural Lemon Lime Soda. And the best part is, it contains sugar. Give me 1 second here. Oh, yeah, that tastes like sugar to me, buddy. Alright, well, anyway, the reason for this citrus occasion is essentially I'm doing a holiday dish. I'm going to break it down a little bit, and because I've got extended time, I don't have to go totally freaking bonkers like usual. My cold is pretty much gone, so my voice is back to its normal dulcet tones of verbose, overbearing, complete blow-your-speakers-out idiocy. Stand back, turn down the volume controls. Anyway, so the long and the short of it is basically, we got a holiday dish, it's going to be citrus-oriented, and, well, what are we doing? Okay, well, first off, let me draw this off to the side. Second off, we have the Monster Mega Mother Tupperware container from hell. That's right. It's back. It's going to be serving its purpose. And what's today's dish? Well, it's not going to be today's dish, but it's going to be something I'm making for Mrs. Dude's family because, well, I made a mistake of coming up with the recipe some years ago. And, okay, Mrs. Dude and I are probably coming up on damn near our 11th year together. And I got a reputation with her family for being a cook. Well, what's today's dish? Well, it's going to be birdage. Not just any birdage. That's 4.5 pounds. That's 9 pounds. 9 pounds of birdage. Boneless, skinless, chicken breast tenderloins. And these guys are so excellent, man. I go to the big box store, I get these guys. They're not ridiculously cheap, but they're not ridiculously expensive either. But they're a blank slate, man. You could do so much good stuff with bird. It's what you put into it is what you get out of it. So, first step being is basically, they've been in the fridge overnight from the freezer section from the store yesterday. They're still pretty hard. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take these guys, I'm going to give them a bath in the Monster Mega Mother Tupperware container, get them to the point where they're not frozen solid, and then we'll take our next step in and proceed onward thusly. Get yourself some chicken, man. I mean, this stuff is good, cheap eats, and what you put into it is what you get out of it, and man, it's good stuff when you play with it right. And then if you put it on the grill, which I'll show you later, it's good shiznit. Alright, we now have bird whatever. We got bird in water, taking a bath. They're doing their defreezification thing. It's going to take a while, but I'm not too pressed about it because in the time that I have them doing this, I could do other things. Remember one thing that's very important now. Never cross-contaminate anything that you have that's going to be raw. Keep it in the raw area. Anything that you have cooked, keep it in the cook area. Don't cross raw over cooked or you're going to get sick. And stuff that's dripping, well, potentially it's carrying all kinds of yummies, salmonella, Septosporidium. I mean, you don't know what came off the farm that these guys were eating at, and they're birds. Birds can eat poop. I mean, that's what they do. That's how they work, and they got a really low-grade digestive system. Hell, they eat rocks to help them digest things. They can do it. You can't. Don't cross-contaminate and get sick. Okay, we are now to step, 2 or 3 of birdification, and we need to come up with something to make it better. Well, what do we do? First off, stainless steel dish, non-reactive. I mean, you can use plastic, but I don't like plastic because plastic, dirty little secret is plastic and grease and oil, they're very similar to one another, and they can, cross-contaminate. Turmeric discolors it, curry discolors it. Give me stainless steel, it's what I like. Well, anyway, first off, we got a big honkin' thing of nothing but lime juice. That's right, it's a 15-ounce bottle of lime juice. So, first off, we're going to drop in the old limo. Limo juice, 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 limo... The whole flipping baba. Okay, now, we need to add some accents to it. Nothing too wild and crazy, but I want to kick it up a little bit. First off, I would not be a good cook without playing with some Les Perrins Worcestershire sauce, I guarantee. Justin Wilson, he's speaking to me now because I got to use some Les Perrins Worcestershire sauce, I guarantee. Alright, so first and foremost, that little fishy tamarind thing in the background, okay, that's about a teaspoon, it's about a 2 teaspoon, that's about a 3 teaspoon, call it about 2 loose tablespoons. Nothing too crazy, nothing too wild, but gonna spark it up a bit and make it better. Okay, so, some of that. What else do we need to boot it up a little bit? Potentially you could kick in some heat, but there's gonna be a whole bunch of people eating this stuff, so I'm not gonna go wild and crazy. Can you ever really go wrong with teriyaki? No, I don't think you can go wrong with teriyaki, so some of that might wind up in there as well. Okay, now the nice thing is, because this is citrus, it's going to help break down the bird, it's going to make it more tender, and let me tell you, man, when this stuff hits the grill, there's a caramelization that takes place with the citrus that's in there, and the teriyaki, and the Worcestershire, and puts those lovely little grill marks on there. That's good shiznit, man. So basically, that's my marinade. It's 3 ingredients. No great mystery, nothing too terribly crazy, very simple, very easy, and bloody damn good when you make it. So, there you go. Basically, big honking amount of lemon, or lime juice. You probably could use lemon, but I like lime juice. Gives it a little kick. Worcestershire, teriyaki, done. Okay, I'm going to knock off on this guy because, well, if I talk too much, there's, well, me spending 15, 20, 30, 50 minutes before I know it, I become a partner. I'm not going to do that. That's too much like, well, whoring myself out and just look at Peanut Butter Fancy. I mean, I think he's selling something else, too. Just stand by on that one. It ain't going to be pretty. Alright, we're back, and, well, I guess it's sauces time. I'm intending to do 4 sauces with these birds. 4 sauces. Very simply put, one right out of the box, teriyaki, gotta have it. I intend to do a Satay sauce. I'm gonna have to make that. Probably have to make a trip to the store. I'm gonna wait for Mrs. Dew to get back because she's got the 4-wheel drive. We'll get a little bit of snow, and a Corolla just doesn't do good in snow. It's just not gonna happen. But I tend to practice a little bit of recycling. Well, the third sauce is gonna be a honey mustard. So very simply put, here's what you do. You got a container that's running low. You got another container that's running low. Dump a little water in there, shake it up, get everybody down in the bottom, get it in solution, get it thinned out a little bit, and the next step is I'm going to just be squirting it in a bowl and adding some honey. So let me get these guys squirted out and balanced out, and we'll figure out our weights. And no, that big bottle's basically 14 ounces, so I'm going to put a tare weight on my stainless steel bowl, and we'll come up with, well, the better part of 14 ounces of honey mustard sauce, and the kids can play with it, because they love honey mustard. Good times. Okay, got our scale set up. Let me put my bowl on there. And here's a dirty little secret. If you turn on the scale with the weight already on there, it auto-tears because it's going, I got a new weight. So, we're basically zeroed up on 0. I want basically 13 ounces. So, got this guy thinned out. And, well, let's see what we can do here. So, first off, squirty, 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 squirty. Making obnoxious noises. Yeah, I was kind of hoping to get more than that, but that's fine. I'm going to let this guy drain down upside down. Got the spicy brown. I'm not going to go too terribly crazy with the spicy brown because it's going to add some accent, but I don't want to go too heavy with, well, overbearing, strong, spicy mustard. I want to give it a little, you know, that the adults pick up on and the kids go, hey, this isn't too spicy. Because, believe it or not, some kids actually like some fairly intense flavors. They just don't like the heat. So, that's why you get kids who truly, absolutely, completely love those sour candies that you and I just look at and go, dude, what are you doing? How do you eat that crap? They do. Okay, so basically I got the better part of 1.5 ounces. See if I can't get some more of this dead French's. Come on, dead French's. Yeah, I was kind of figuring you'd be doing that. Alright, well, the dead French's bottle actually has got a use. So if there's still some residual in there, I'm not going to worry about it. I'm just going to shake it up with the new stuff, and it'll all mix up in a solution. Okay, so, mustardy goodness. You know what? No, I'm not that big on French's. I like Goldens, or I like that, the plain Jane stuff I was playing with earlier, and it tastes good. Alright, so, uh-oh. Oh no, it crapped out on me. Alright, well, I'm going to have to cheat. I know the bowl basically weighs about 3 ounces or so. So, let me cheat. 8. Alright, that's not enough of that. I still can adjust for taste. And, of course, you gotta have something to kick it up a bit, so you gotta have some honey. You gotta have some honey. That's right. And, the big box stores sell a ridiculous amount of honey for the price of an itty-bitty bottle in your normal grocery store. Yeah, that's right. 3 pounds of honey. It's like $7 in the big box store. $7 worth of honey in a regular store? Ouch. You're not going to do good. I'm not really measuring per se. I'm just kind of throwing in. I'm going to figure about, roughly about a tablespoon or 2. If I need more mustard, I'll throw in more mustard. I mean, it's kind of a, play with it, taste it, play with it, taste it, see how it comes out. Just basically mix the two up. I mean, it's not rocket science here. What you're kind of doing is you're looking for a balance of that salty, sweet, spicy, mustardy, yummy goodness. And you can kind of do it by color. A little bit. Pretty much what you're doing here is you're looking for a sauce consistency. That's getting pretty close. So, let me keep playing with this, and that'll be my honey sweet. Honey sweet, honey mustard. Good time. Perfect for birdage. Just perfect for birdage. Okay, I'm now probably hearing the cries of, how do you get something in a bowl back in a bottle? New technology! It's called a funnel. Get yourself a funnel. If nothing else, it makes your life so much easier when you're dealing with spices. Okay, so we now basically have to reintroduce our new mixture into our original baba. And, of course, the funnel's floppy. You know what? I don't know why I'm doing it like this. Let me make my life easier. Come here, Mr. Rubber Spatula. Mr. Rubber Spatula. Yeah, these guys are, well, I say rubber, but it's silicone. I mean, okay, get yourself a silicone tool. These little guys, well, one, they're great to clean a bowl out with. I mean, you can get these things damn nigh spotless to the point where the kids are pissed off and they got nothing left to lick out of it. And they're really good to cook with. I mean, when you're doing eggs and stuff, they're just, well, they're flipping perfect. There's no doubt if you're going to get this thing, excuse me, if you're going to get this thing, well, done, do it a spatula, okay? It just makes your life so much easier. All right, so basically, bottle probably needs a little bit more adjustment. What I'm going to do now is I'm basically going to, I don't know if I'm going to fill it per se, but I want to go for a fairly high level. Readjust. Go for a fairly high level here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to squirt some more mustard in, squirt some more honey in, shake it, squirt, shake, squirt, shake, squirt, shake, until I finally got a good taste. Pretty much you're doing this for personal preference. Some people like sweeter, some people like more, eat. So you got to play with it. Would I kick it up a bit with some sriracha if I really wanted some heat? Oh, hell yeah. Would I throw some crushed red pepper flakes in there? Oh, yes. That's going to be definitely one of the ones I'm definitely counting on. Okay, so right off the bat, we got our teriyaki, we got our honey mustard. What's next? Buffalo wing sauce and satay sauce. Good times. Kick ass.